there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collect 75, and welcome back to another Transformers review. For this review I'm going to be continuing with my Headmasters theme. I'm going to be doing the 1987 Autobot Headmasters. Right, now then, I never had these ones when I was a kid, but I managed to get these in the mid-90s, and I really did like them. I wish I did manage to get some when I was a kid, but obviously not super rich or nothing, so I was literally just relying on like birthdays and Christmases and what have you, and just, you know, hopefully, luckily, but the only ones I ever got were two Decepticon Headmasters. But these guys are actually pretty good, for the most part anyway, and I shall come to that. I just want to show you the boxes quickly first. I've got two of the boxes. Oh, pardon me. And this is, of course, Brainstorm's box. I had to make the insert myself. I was pretty pleased about that. It's quite a cool box. I like it. It's got nice artwork. The new Transformers logo at the time, which was like a bit futuristic and what have you. Then you turn it onto the back and it's got about the Headmaster gimmick, and then you've got the nice battle scene with Fortress Maximus. And I always remember seeing that when I was a kid and wondering if they would actually made a Fortress Maximus toy, because obviously us in Britain never got Fortress Maximus at all. And you're never going to get a reissue of Fortress Maximus now, because obviously with the child safety laws and everything now, because he's so big and heavy that if it fell on a kid they reckon it could hurt the kid, so you're never going to get a reissue of it. The only thing you did get a reissue of that, of course, is in Japan when they brought out Brave Maximus, which I did buy as well at the time. I didn't really want to buy it, but I had more money than sense back then when I had a job, so yeah, I bought it. It was £180, I think, but now they're actually worth more than that, so I'm glad I did buy it in a way. Anyway, right, I've got one more box I just want to show you quickly. This is, of course, Highbrow's box. Nice little box. Made another insert for this. Pretty pleased about that. I'll show you the pictures at the end with the figures inside them, of course. There we go. Got his tech specs and everything. That nice battle scene. Right, let's move on to the figures. I'm just going to start randomly. No preference here, because they're all pretty good. This is, of course, Brainstorm. He is a futuristic sort of like Cybertronian jet, stroke starfighter. I like the front guns at the well, the front there. Nice sort of like feature that. I like that. He's got all these wings and everything. You can move them about to have them positioned how you want. You can have them like that if you wanted or whatever. But I like to keep them in this position. He's got a nice translucent orange cockpit where Arcana sits. He's got some nice little landing gear. Does roll, so you can land quite easy. And there's a little back view there, nothing much going on there. But it's quite a cool little jet, I do like it. You can have a lot of fun with this, sort of flying around. Yeah, not bad. Right, let me get Arcana out and I'll show you Arcana quickly. Just nice, easy, flip open the cockpit. And he's sitting in there. Now then, again, when these were advertised in the British comics, these were labelled as pilots. Which I can actually sort of agree with in a way, because obviously the way they sit in the vehicles, they do look like they're piloting them. But that is Arcana. Now then, you know, he's quite cool. I like the detail on these guys. These are probably ones where they put the most detail. It's a shame, really, that they never put no detail on the Target Masters. Sorry, not detail, articulation rather. Articulation on the Target Masters. I think they would have helped them a lot. I would have probably bought one then. Pardon me. Right, so that's Arcana. He's got a nice bit of articulation. Right, so we're going to pop him down there and we're going to transform him into a robot form. Right, close up the cockpit. Disconnect these two front guns. They're going to become his robot guns. Now then, we take the front nose cone of the cockpit and just literally flip it all the way back then. It stays there nice and easy. We get these sections. We flip these down. These are going to become the robot legs with nice little ratcheting noises. There we go. And he's got his little feet inside here, if I can get them out with my nails. They're just there, there we go. And we'll do the same on this side, just in there, like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to move these sections out. These are going to become the robot arms. And his hands are just tucked away in these little bits, just got to flip these out. Like that, come out nice and easy. Right, so they're there. Right, so then it's basically now however you want to place these sort of wings on his arms. You can place these ones flat and then put these ones to the back like that. But you can have them out like that if you wanted to. But it's down to you, down to personal preference. I'm just going to put them swept back like that for now. Right, now then, you get his little guns, pop those in his robot hands like that. and like that. Then we're going to pop him down there. We're going to transform Arcana. Now then, quite easy transformation, exactly the same as all the others. Just flip the legs around like that. Flip the little panel up like that. And it's got a nice little head sculpt. I wish they had spent more time like doing a bit more paint applications, because you know the eyes are exactly the same colour as the mouth. I was thinking of getting some like leftover repro labels and just easily, well not easily, but cutting some out and then sticking them on for the eyes. Because I had to repair my Chromedome's head just now because it was a bit loose. And I noticed it then, I was going to do it. So I might do it this afternoon, but I've got a lot of wrapping up to do. So I don't know whether I'm going to get a chance to do that. Anyway, right, so we put the head, easily goes in there. And that is Brainstorm in robot mode. If one little sort of like finicky problem with it is his arms are a bit short. But other than that, he's alright. And of course these knee joints on his legs are very high up. So he's got, you know, no thighs or whatever you want to call it. But other than that, he's got a good robot mode, I like it. Do a quick size comparison. There's Wasp with him with Waspinator. There we go, so you can see it there. So he's a bit bigger than a deluxe figure. Not much, but a bit bigger. Now, and of course, he's got the Headmaster gimmick. We flip down this little panel there to reveal his stats. His intelligence should be very high, but it's only about 6 or 7. So sometimes I think whoever made up these stats didn't even know the personalities or whatever. So it was obviously done by 2 different people or something. But there we go. He's still a good robot though, I like him. Going to put him to one side. Going to move on next, and we're going to do Chromedome. This is Chromedome. He's quite a nice futuristic car. It's a very good one actually. I had this one before, but it was absolute shit. It was loose as hell, but I sold that one. And I picked this up on eBay. I'm sure I got this one quite cheap, about 20 or 30 quid. And it was, alright, the stickers were shit, and I had to clean them all off and get some repro labels, but the toy was almost absolutely mint. So I put the repro labels on it, and it looks, oh my god, it looks fantastic now. Oh, pardon me, what's up with me? Right, so anyway, this is him in his attack mode. He's got the guns on the top there. Can easily take these off. I'm going to do it now. Like that. So that's his car mode. He's got some nice sort of like gold chrome on the wheels. Nice like alloy trim wheels there. I do like it. Some nice detailing on the side. It's quite a nice little car mode. It does roll quite easy. And it does look alright. Not bad. Right, so we open up the top here to reveal Stylor in the cockpit there. So we're going to close that back up to show you Stylor quickly. Alright, so that should be flipped up to the back there. There he is. Nice little grey and red robot. Not too bad. He's got a nice little Autobot symbol on him there. That was because I've got the labels from Repro Labels and they've done their own. Right, so I'm going to pop him there. Going to transform. Whoa! Going to transform Chromedome without me dropping him. Hopefully. Where do I start? I don't know because I can't remember. We're just going to sort of like basically pull him apart till something happens. There we go. So we just sort of like get him to that, and then we just open out the car like that. Get to these bottom sections and then just flip them around and they form the robot feet. On my old one, these feet were just loose and would just flop about like anything. Now we get these sections, bring them down. These are going to form the robot arms, and then we get this entire sort of like cab section, whatever you want to call it, and just flip it down to his back like that, and that is him in robot mode like that. I'm not liking this one so much. I mean, they could have done more with hands. It's just basically got holes at the end of those things to represent the hands, which is a bit of a cop out. And they could have easily put knee joints in if they wanted to, give him a bit of articulation. And then his back is just this bit here, probably one of the worst ones, to be honest. But we're going to transform Stylor, flip out his little tab like that, which I've just tightened up with a bit of super glue. Flip his little legs around, and there's Stylor. There is his little head like that. I'm going to try and do some eyes for him, make him look a lot better. And he just pops in the top like that. There he is. And then you can put his guns in his hands, or what you want to call his hands. I don't really call them hands, I just call them holes in the plastic. And there he is. He's not too bad, but with all that hanging off him, he doesn't look good. Probably the worst of the bunch, but still quite a good figure. I like it. Let me just do a size comparison quick with Waspinator. He's a bit taller, so he's a bit bigger than Brainstorm. Right, we're going to pop him down there. We're going to move on to the other two. Oh, without him falling over. Going to move on to Highbrow, and I do like how Highbrow, he's like a futuristic helicopter with these sort of like twin triple blades on the top there. They do spin, but not too well. You move them and they'll just sort of fall apart really. He's got some nice guns under here. These become his robot guns in robot mode. And he looks pretty cool. You can imagine him hovering around. I did like this guy and I managed to pick this guy up. Really good. And you can imagine him flying along and everything. He's got some landing gear. He's got two little ones there, and in this section here it's got a little wheel there. That's how you know which way it goes around, because believe me, this thing looks totally symmetrical on the back. Yeah, but other than that, he's pretty good. I do like it. It's good. He's got some good detailing. Nice translucent red cockpit with grot or gort, as he really should be known in there. Can't remember where that grot come from, but I do remember it in one of the comics, I think, which I thought was quite funny. Yeah, so let me get Gort out. Here we go. We just open up the cockpit like that. He's sitting in there. Oh, come out, you little bastard. There we go. Pop him down there. Straighten him out. And there's Gort. Keep saying, speaking of grot now. Yeah, he's okay, you know. Same articulation as all the rest, so you can move his legs and everything. So we're going to pop him there. Right, so we're going to transform this guy into robot mode. We're going to close back up the cab. Now then, it's quite easy this. We take off these guns first of all, and he's nearly there. We pull these legs out like this, and then we turn them around. To be honest, whichever one you prefer, it doesn't really matter, because he's got the same stickers and the same sort of thing. But on this side he's got screws, on this side he doesn't, so I'll take it that would probably be the front. Anyway, right, so this is the front, I hope. Well, no, this should be the front, sorry. There we go. Right, now then, we close these side bits up, and then we've got to do something with these rotor blades. I like to close them in like that, around those side bits like that. Then we flip the cockpit back, which becomes a big bit of kibble, unfortunately. Next, he's got little tabs just on here, and we flip these down to form the robot hands. And again on this side, like that. And that is basically him in robot mode. Let me just get Gort, and we're going to transform him like that, and flip over the little sort of like faceplate, and there's Gort. And then we're going to pop him on here, like that. And there he is, Highbrow in robot mode. Now then, you can put these really cool guns. I do like these guns. Let me just try and get a close up of these guns. It's quite a cool little gun. And we pop these in his rather large hands, like that. And it's pretty good, I like it. Shame about that giant cockpit just hanging off his back there, but you know, not a bad little figure. Now of course the Headmaster gimmick, which I've forgotten to show you on Chromedome, so I'll show you that in a second. You flip down that and there's his stats in there, like that. These are all pretty even at about 6 or 7. Still, there we go. That is Highbrow. Quite a good figure. I do like it, especially his helicopter mode. Right, let me just show you Chromedome's stats, because I forgot to show you this. There we go. His is under this little red panel. There's his stats in there. His intelligence is right up to a 9. So, there we go. I'm going to pop him over there. Now then. Pardon me. Move on to another good one. This is of course Hardhead, and he is some sort of like Cybertronian tank. Really good. He's got this little gun, like his main gun, and it just moves sort of like up and down like that. It doesn't get too much articulation in this mode, but you can put his little robot guns on. Let me just turn around that way so you can see them, and of course you can take them off like that. So you can take pegs. And so then he's just left with this sort of like gun on it there, and you know, it looks pretty cool. I like it. He's got like 4 separate tracks. He's got little wheels that he runs on, and he's pretty damn cool. I like it. What was I going to say? I think that was it. Just about 4 tracks. I do like it. Yeah. Right now then, Duros is sitting in the little sort of like chamber section. He's got a little window there, so I think that's how big a man should have been to this thing, but obviously this guy's going to be a lot larger. So we open up this section, and there he is sitting in there. Probably one of the only ones where he's really out of scale with actually the Transformer. So we open that out, and there's Duros. Not bad. Right, again, same articulation as all the rest, so I won't do that. Just pop in there. Now then, whoa, we're going to transform this robot. I do like it. I like all the sort of silver paintwork around there to represent the tracks. Nice little feature. Right, now then, to transform this guy, it's nice and easy. We open up this. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's all happening. There we go. We open up that. That now becomes basically the robot front. This just flips down there. It's a little peg just here and a little port just under there. Fits into there and holds it in place. Really nice and easy. Flip up the gun like that. That's going to become his shoulder cannon. These tracks here are going to become the robot arms, with the hands just tucked away in there like that. And the same on this side. Like that. We flip them out. So there we have his hands. And at the bottom here, these sections just rotate out and round like that to form the legs. And then he's got a little sort of like little button just here, and we flip that, and then his feet pops out like that. So you just push in there, trying to get it in the light because it's all this black plastic, doesn't help, and you just flip it out, and there's little robot feet. And that is basically hardhead in robot mode. Again, you can put the guns in his hands like that and like that, just to give him that well-hard look. There he is. Then we're going to get Duros. Here he is. Going to transform him. Move up the little faceplate. And again, this guy could do with some bloody eyes. But there's his little head sculpt. Not bad. It's a shame they never brought the Japanese Headmasters out over here. The single figures, like I think there was 6 of them, I think. That would have been quite cool, because I think 3 of them were animals and the other 3 were just normal different heads. They're all different sculpts. That would have been cool. Anyway, this guy just fits on the top as usual. He goes in there. Stays in there quite easy. And I'm going to show you stats now while I remember. Just flip out this little panel. It doesn't really want to move that well, and that one looks like I've got a proper stress fracture on that, so I've got to be careful. I might try filing it down, because that usually helps. But there's his stats. His strength is right up to 10, because obviously he's a bit of an hard nut. And there we go. So I'm going to close that back up. Again, he's got the same problem as Chromedome, so he's got much the same transformation as this bit. Just sort of hangs off there, and he's got this giant gaping hole, unfortunately. But he's better because he's a tank, and I do love tank transformers along with helicopter transformers. Pardon me. Here we go. Here's him with Waspinator, and again he's quite tall. Probably about the same size as Chromedome, in fact. A very cool transformer. 4 very cool transformers, in fact. And I do suggest, if you don't have the Headmasters, they are something that, and if you're trying to get into G1 or whatever, they're something maybe you should look at. I mean, they're not the best transformers, don't get me wrong, but they're a very quirky alternative transformer. I do remember when they came out. I was quite excited when I was a little kid, thinking, oh, they come with 2 little people basically. But you know, nowadays you got to look at them and you think, well, but I would say give them a go. You'll be pleasantly surprised, I think, especially with 1 or 2 of them, and Fortress Maximus you just cannot go wrong with. Right, speaking of that, that's my next review. I'm going to have to get this big box out now. So, I shall see you all next time. Take care.